Welcome to Playing for Pennies, where we show you affordable ways to game. Magic the Gathering has cards that come at a variety of different rarities, and generally the rarer the card, the harder and more expensive it is to acquire. But what if there was a fun and cool multiplayer format that used only the most common cards in the game? Well, that's where Pauper Commander comes in. In this format, just like regular EDH, you have a 100 card singleton deck with a commander that determines your deck's colour identity. However, the rest of your deck can only contain common cards. In this format, you have 30 life and a commander damage threshold of 16. We are going to do battle across a series of 7 episodes, earning points each time as shown on this table. Points can be earned based on how we place at the end of a game and completing certain objectives during the game. At the end of the event, the player with the most points will be crowned the Prince of Paupers. Each episode we will also be using a different theme, forcing us to build a new deck to really test the creativity that you can have in this format. It's episode 1 and we are all excited to be trying out a new format. So for today's theme, we're doing whatever the hell we like. We've each picked a commander that piqued our interest and have built a deck that we think is really fun to play. For full deck lists, check the description down below or stay tuned for a quick preview of what we'll be running.
Hey, my name's Chris, better known as Warner, and today I'm going to be playing Dream Shaper Shaman. This is a mono-red polymorph deck. I'm basically going to put some small dudes into play, polymorph them away into bigger threats in my deck, and hopefully I'll win.
I'm Matt, also known as Plandana. I'm a Twitch streamer, YouTuber, actor, voice actor, and creative director. Today I'm going to be playing Horrid Shadow Spinner. So this is a cool little card. I'm going to be drawing some cards, I'm going to be discarding some cards, and then I'll probably be playing them from my graveyard. We've got Madness, Flashback, Encore, just every graveyard keyword you can think of.
Hello, my name's Nathan, and today I'm going to play Hamza, Guardian of Arushin. I like big elephants, and I'm trying to learn how to count, so I'm going to put counters on all of my creatures to help them count.
Okay, my name is Chris, I'm a librarian, and I am going to be playing Loyal Subordinate. So this is a mono-black burn and life-draining deck, so I'm going to try and drain the life of all of my co-stars.
Yeah, Warner, if you want to start us off.
Yeah, we all ready to go, yeah?
Yep, I'm ready.
Let's go. Let's do it, boys.
Draw for turn. I'm going to play a Hidden Volcano tapped and pass the turn.
I will play an Ice Tunnel tapped and pass turn.
Draw for turn. We don't have turn 1 Soul Rings, but we do have turn 1 Finhorn Elves. I'll pass.
This guy.
I have my target.
I'll pass.
I'll draw. I'm going to play a Swamp, then I'm going to cast a Dark Ritual.
Oh god.
I think we did have something.
There's better than someone else.
Add 3 black mana, and then I'll use it past my commander.
Oh.
Loyal Subordinate, so I'm then going to go to combat on my turn, and each opponent will lose 3 life.
Alright, I'll lose 3 life.
I have a feeling this is going to be a quick game.
And with that, I'm done.
Untap and draw. I don't think my turn's going to be as interesting. I'm just going to play a mountain and pass the turn.
I will untap, draw. I will play a tapped Desert of the Glorified and pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Play this Plains for turn. Go to combat. Chris, I'm going to swing at you for 1 with my Finhorn Elves.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
I'm going to tap 2. Rampant Growth.
Is that first blood?
That is a first blood, yeah.
Yeah!
I feel like I got first blood.
I'll two for this forest.
Honourable.
And I'll put it into play tapped, and then I'll say go.
Or untap. Or just a 1 for a Wayfarer's Bauble, evolving once. Move to combat. Lieutenant trigger. Each opponent will lose 3 life. Loyal Subordinate will attack Nathan.
Cool. I take 3.
Then I will pass the turn.
On your end step, I'm going to cast Thrill of Possibility. So I will discard a Dragon's Breath for cost to draw 2. And then I'm going to untap and draw for turn. Let's see. Alright, we may be able to do something. Okay, I'm going to play a mountain. And then I'm going to tap 3 to cast a Unstable Obelisk and pass the turn.
I'll untap. I will draw another tap land with Witch's Cottage and pass the turn.
Untap. I will draw for turn. I'll play a Plains for turn. Tap 3 for a Kinsbale Courier. When it enters, I give something a +1 counter. I'll give my Finhorn Elves.
He started counting.
I count to 1 now.
No elephants yet though.
And then I pass.
Okay, in your end step, I'm going to sack the Evolving Wilds, go and get Beast Swarm.
I'm immediately upset at the way this game has gone.
None of us has removal.
I don't even have a non-land permanent in play.
I'll draw, I'll play a Swarm, go to combat, and I'll attack War. I'll go to combat and Lieutenant Trigger, everyone loses 3 life, and then I'll attack Warner for 3. And then I will pass the turn.
Untap, no end step this time, draw. Okay, we're gonna play a mountain. 3 to cast a Commander Sphere, so a little extra ramp as well. Yeah, we're gonna pass the turn again.
Oh god.
I've got nothing,
More ramp.
boys. I'm sorry, I ain't got nothing.
You're playing mono red and you haven't got a burn spell.
Draw.
You ever got a Lightning Bolt? AO?
You know what seems fun right now? Another tap land that only makes black. I'll play Mortuary Mire. Fortunately, the Ice Tunnel does make blue, so I'm at least going to cast my commander. Not gonna lose a point. Play Horrid Shadow Spinner. It's a 2/3 lifelink. Whenever it attacks, I may draw cards equal to its power and then discard that many cards. We're gonna spin some shadows, hopefully, and I'll pass the turn.
Right, I'll untap and then I'll draw for turn. I'll play a Plains as my land for turn. I'm gonna tap 4 mana, one of it being white, and I'll play a Celebrity Fencer. And I'll tap 2. And I'm gonna play a Scrounging Bandar. When it enters with 2 +1 counters on it, and then that will also trigger my Fencer, and she will get a counter. I'm gonna go to combat. Chris, I'm gonna swing you for 2.
That seems reasonable. I'll take 2.
And then I will pass the turn to you, good sir.
Okay, in your end step, I will pay 2 and I'll sacrifice Wayfarer's Bauble. Go and search for another swamp. I will draw. I will pay a swamp. Pay 2 mana to cast Iron in Blood, targeting myself. Draw 2 cards and lose 2 life.
Oh, he's burning himself. He's out of control.
I know. I'll then go to combat and lower one little trigger, and we each lose 3 life. Matt, you're on the most life, so I'm going to attack you with a 3/1 with Menace.
I'll be taking 3.
I'll pay 3 mana to play an Arrogant Outlaw. So an Arrogant Outlaw enters. If an opponent lost life this turn, which you have, each opponent loses 2 life and I gain 2 life. Pass the turn.
Okay, untap. Come on, deck, draw. Okay, that helps. Okay, we're gonna play a mountain. We're gonna do this. We're gonna tap 2, cast Desperate Ritual to make 3 red mana.
Ooh.
With that 3 floating, 4, 5, sacrifice Hidden Volcano to discover 4. So we're gonna keep flipping till we hit a 4-drop. Oh. Oh, what kind of flip was this? Well, I cast Bulgarian Rage, X is 0. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
because you
cast
can't
it.
actually cast it because there aren't any attacking creatures that you can target.
Oh yeah, I can't cast it, so it goes to my hand. Sack the Commander's Sphere to draw a card.
Can we just play a game of name how many common burn spells there are that Warner could play with the mana he has?
I've drawn none. I've got to pass the turn.
No! Play an island. I guess I have to do something. Pay 2 to play an Armory of Erois. I will pay another 2 to equip Armory of Erois to Horrid Shadow Spinners. So now whenever it attacks, I put a +1/+1 counter on it. I'm going to go to combat.
Before you go to combat, I'm going to tap 2.
I swear to
Because
God, if you use removal right now,
It's removable, but not on creatures. I'm going to cast Shattering Pulse, targeting your armory. Your equipment.
oh my god.
Look, all right. Look, I can't.
Right.
I can barely deal with 1 threat, let alone 2.
Fine. Warner, I'm attacking you for 2. On attack trigger, we're gonna spin some shadows. Draw 2 cards, and then discard 2 cards. I'm gonna discard 2 cards. We're gonna pitch an Una's Grace and a Grizzly Survivor.
Take 2, down to 11.
It has lifelink! I'll go to 50. I'll pass the turn after that.
I will untap. Upkeep. Scrounging Bandar trigger. I'm going to move one of the counters on him to put it on my Kinsbale Courier. Yeah, and then I will draw for 10. I'm going to cast my commander. Hamza, Guardian of Arashin, sorry. Creatures spells I cast cost 1 less for each creature I control with a possible counter on it. I'll spend 1 mana for a Spirited Companion. When it enters, I draw a card. I'll draw a card. I'll pay 1 mana for an Asgard Braggart. I'll spend 1 mana for a Fertilid. this enters with 2+1/+1 counters on it. Oh, and this also triggers Celebrity Fencer 3 times, so he gets +3/+3. Well, I think 27's a high number. I can't count that high. So I'm going to swing at you with my Celebrity Fencer and my Scrounging... How big's that creature that's untapped?
3/2.
I'll swing at you with a Kingsbell Courier as well. So Kingsbell Courier is a 3/2, and then Celebrity Fencer's a 4/7/6.
Okay, I will trade Arrogant Outlaw with your 3/2, and I'll take, was it 7?
7, yeah. I will pass my turn.
Draw. So how big is your creature that attacked me? A 7/6, did you say?
It is a 7/6, yeah.
I'm going to pay 4 mana and cast Tendrils of Corruption. So it's going to Tendrils of Corruption is going to do X damage to the target creature, and I gain X life by X the number of swamps I control. So I'm going to do 5 damage to Hamza,
Hamza will die, and I'll put him in the clan spell.
and I'm going to gain 5 life. Pay 1 mana to cast Tragic Slip to give your 7/6 -13 -13 this turn because a creature died.
Oh, god damn! Okay, yeah. Yeah, that will
Pretty
resolve.
good. That's pretty good.
Am I celebrating?
I will then go to combat. Lieutenant Trigger, each opponent loses 3 life. I will attack Matt because he's gaining life for 3.
Yep, I'll go to 9.
And then I will pass the turn.
Untap, draw. Come on! I'm gonna play a Cassia's Dig Site.
That's not a lightning bolt.
No, it's not. Yeah, okay. I will be able to do something, but it's gonna set me back even further, which sucks. But it's the only way to actually survive. So I'm gonna pay the alternative cost to Mind Collapse by sacrificing a mountain. So I get to sack a mountain rather than pay its mana cost and deal 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. And I'm gonna deal 5 damage to the Axguard Boggart. And now, Swirling Sandstorm. So I can only play it if I have Threshold. I deal 5 damage to every creature without flying.
That's been my favourite turn so far. Okay,
That was a really good turn.
I'll draw. Yep, I'm just going to pay 5 to put my commander back into play. And I'll pass the turn.
Cool. Untap, upkeep, draw. We're gonna tap 3 for a Cultivate. I'll get 2 forests. One's gonna come into play tapped, and then one I'm just gonna play for turn. I need to play the last card of my hand. I'm gonna play this Inspiring Overseer. When it enters, I gain a life and draw a card. And then I will pass turn.
I'm going to cast for 5 mana an Underdark Explorer. When it enters the battlefield, I take the initiative. I'm going to search for a swamp, and then I'll play it as my land for turn. And I will pass the turn.
Untap. I really want the initiative. I need more lands. Draw. I'm gonna pass the turn from there.
Gonna untap and draw. I'm gonna start by paying a black mana for Bone Shards, targeting the Underdark Explorer. So I'm gonna discard Dark Withering, which is a 6 mana Doomblade, but with Madness for 1 black. I will cast it targeting Inspiring Overseer.
Wow.
Wow, that hurt my feelings. Yeah, my god would I.
My card will die as well.
I'm then going to go to combat. I'm going to attack Chris for 2 with Horrid Shadow Spinner. Trigger to draw 2.
Trigger on attack. I'm going to pay 1 red. I'm gonna Boldovian Rage, giving it +0. Land of turn, and I get to draw a card next upkeep.
I'll take 2. Get the initiative.
Well, I do my draw and discard first. We're going to pitch this first Sphere Gargantua and a Brain Gorgers, which has Madness 1 and a black. So I will pass that. When I play it, any player may sacrifice a creature, and if they do, counter it. And I'll gain 2 life and take the initiative of the hit, so I get to search my library for a basic land card and put it in my hand.
Yep.
We are going to grab and island. We are then going to play that island we just got, and I'll pass the turn.
On your end step.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Just so I can at least curate the card I'm going to draw. I'm going to activate to Cassia's Dig Site and Surveil 1. I'm going to bin the card. It is a Oliphant.
Untap, draw.
On your upkeep,
It only counts as 1 though.
I'll play a Cabaretti Courtyard, which when it comes into play, I have to sack it. I'll gain a life. I'll put a Plains into play tapped. Yeah, go.
3 mana, a Commander Sphere, or 2 mana, Ichor Wellspring. So when it enters, I'll draw a card. Play a land for turn. I'll sacrifice the Commander Sphere to draw a card. I'll pass turn.
I'm going to untap. Come on, please be land, please be land, please be land. Draw. Yes! Mountain. Let's go!
Nice.
3 mana to cast Patron of the Arts. When she enters or dies, I make a treasure. get 1 treasure token, and then I will pass the turn.
I will untap. In my upkeep, I venture into the Undercity. We are going to go to the Forge and put 2 +1/+1 counters on Horrid Shadow Spinner.
Seems good.
It does seem pretty good. Then I'll draw my card for the turn. Just go to combat.
As you go to combat, I'm gonna pay
Yep.
2 mana and a white. I'm gonna cast Crypt Swap, targeting your commander. I exile it, and you make a 1/1 change thing.
In response,
Clinch.
I'm going to cast Cradle of Safety, targeting my Horrid Shadow Spinner. So it's an aura with flash. It gives the enchanted creature +1/+1, and when it enters, it gains hexproof until end of turn.
Yeah, I have no responses to that.
So my commander is now a 5/6. I'm going to swing 9 damage at Chris.
Oh, come on, man.
Look at my commander. I'm going to draw 5 and discard 5. Okay, so we're going to discard. I don't actually have that many good discard targets here. I have to discard 5 anyway. Trove Tracker, Sneaky Snacker, Swamp, Desert of the Mindful, and a Lonely Sandbar. I do gain 5 life, yes. I'm going to go to my second main phase, and I'm going to play my land for the turn as a Haunted Fengraf. We're going to spend 2 mana, Arcane Signet. I will then Army of Jealous Thirst.
Oh no.
So for no mana, I'm going to activate it. You each lose 2 and I gain 2. And I will use my 1 remaining black mana to play a Tortured Existence.
Untap. Draw. Oh! Botanical Plaza enters tapped.
Nice.
Tap 8. I'll play my commander, Hamza.
Yeah, okay.
It's
I'm going to
justified.
pay 6 mana. Yeah, I'm going to cast a Baleful Beholder. So it's a 6/5. When it enters, each opponent sacrifices an enchantment.
I'm going to choose the Cradle of Safety.
And then I'll pass the turn.
Come on, give Papa something good. Draw. That's not good. Alright, first we'll start with this. We're gonna go to combat, and I'm gonna swing my Patron of the Arts at yourself, Matt. 3/1.
I will be taking 3. You get the initiative.
But yep, I have the initiative, so now I get to search my deck for a basic land and put it in my hand. So that gives me some more mana, so I'll get a mountain. Then I'm gonna play a mountain on my main phase 2. Chris, what's your hand looking like, quality-wise?
Not great. It's a decent hand in a vacuum.
I'm just gonna have to play it safe then, and we can't do anything then. We're gonna pass the turn.
I'm going to untap. I'm going to 3 mana, unearth a First Sphere Gargantua. And when it enters the battlefield, I draw a card and lose a life. I'm going to discard a Forge of Heroes to retrace Una's Grace. 3
Okay.
mana, retrace, target player draws a card. I'm then going to go to combat.
Before you go to combat, can you? I'd really appreciate it, right? If you don't activate Army of Jealous Thirst, because I don't want to blow up your command. I don't want to have to blow up your commander.
I think you might have to because of the life gain, like, unironically.
Sure, but like, I don't care about the life gain because that's not killing me right now.
I mean, he could also just attack you.
Yeah, if he just swings out at me, sure, I'm dead.
I mean, I'll be honest, the
I'll
Horrid
still
Shadow
keep it
Spinner is going to be attacking Warner because it's the only person it can attack safely. I am going to hold back, I will hold back the Brain Gorges and not attack you with that, Warner, and if you are willing to let the Shadow Spinner live, I won't activate the Kami this time.
But then I'll die to the I'll die to the commander.
I think you should.
No, you take 4, you'll go to 2, you'll be fine.
I think you need to kill this commander. I'm sorry. I think you might just have to snipe it.
I have a 4/5, everyone else has something with at least 5 toughness and enough power to kill it.
Oh,
And I came here to spin shadows.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, yeah, I think I have to take one for the team, boys. So,
I feel so bad for Warner. He's like, every turn he's
attempt to activate Unstable Obelisk, sacking it for cost to attempt to destroy your commander.
Let me just look at my graveyard real quick.
Oh, I thought you were gonna play like another Cradle of Safety effects. Like, well,
No, yeah, results.
I'm playing Mono Red Control secretly.
I'm actually going to let it go to the graveyard. Continue to my combat step. So now I can't actually draw enough cards to activate Kami for 0. I have only drawn... Oh, wait, no, I've drawn 3 this turn, which means I did miss a trigger. This Sneaky Snacker should have come back into play.
Well, boys, I hope you remembered what I did.
Okay. We are going to send a 4/2 Brain Gorges at Warner. a 5/4 first sphere gargantua at Nathan, and a 1/3 death touching Kami of Jealous Thirst at Chris.
I'm gonna block with my commander.
So it'll force him to activate it now, and he can only do it once per turn. No, I'm not going to block. I'll take one.
Take 4.
My commander and your guy trades. I'll put him in the command zone.
First sphere gargantua is in exile. In my second main phase, I take the initiative. I'm going to go to the arena and go to the Baleful Beholder. So we'll activate Kami of Jealous first, draining you all for 2, and I'll gain 2.
I am dead.
I'm not last. I feel like that was alright. I'll pass the turn.
Draw. Okay, I'm gonna play a plains for turn. Use my land for turn. Tap 4. I'm gonna sack my Botanical Plaza to draw a card.
Okay.
Oh, that's such a cool draw. I'm just gonna pass.
Okay. That's cool. I'm going to cast Deadly Dispute. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. I'm going to sacrifice a Wellspring.
Oh,
So an
that's
Ichor
stingy.
Wellspring goes to the graveyard, I draw a card, and then I'll draw 2 cards, create a treasure from Deadly Dispute. I'm going to immediately use the treasure and 4 mana to cast my commander, play a land turn.
Oh, I just die here. That's cool.
That
will then-
Beholder is goaded.
Yeah.
Go to combat, each opponent loses 3 life, and then I have to attack Nathan for 6.
Cool. I die.
And then I will
Turns
pass
out,
the turn.
guys, the initiative's pretty good. In your end step, I'm going to activate Tortured Existence. I will discard this Graph Rats to return Horrid Shadow Spinner to my hand. We'll untap. In my upkeep, initiative will trigger. I have a choice to make, but I'm going to go to the archives and draw a card. On account of the fact I can't be bothered to find something to represent a skeleton token. And then I will draw for my turn. I will pay 3 mana to retrace Una's Grace, discarding a swamp. This is now my 3rd card.
Okay, I might want to respond to that. Hang on. Yeah, in response to you casting that, I'm going to cast down your Kami of Jealous first.
Yep, that is dead.
Where was this earlier?
I mean, I literally just drew it.
Draw my card. You know what's fun? Pay black. I will discard this Lapam adder to put Kami of Jealous Thirst back into my hand. I'll play Kami of Jealous Thirst. We're going to go to combat. And Chris, I will come at you with a 4/2 and a 2/1 flyer.
Okay, I'm going to pay 1 mana, cast Darkness. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn.
That seems pretty good.
Yeah.
I will activate my Kami. You will lose 2 and I'll gain 2. I will cast the turn.
Raw. So you have a Death Toucher. I think the best way for me to go about this is to force you to block with it. I'm going to pay 5 mana, cast a Grey Merchant of Asphodel.
That's pretty
Yeah.
So when it enters, each opponent loses X life, and I gain X life for X my devotion to black. So you lose 5 life, I gain 5 life. Move to combat, lower subordinate will trigger, you lose 3 life, and then I'll attack with Baneful Beholder and Lord Subordinate.
I will block the Beholder.
They trade.
Yep, and I take 3 more commander damage, so I'm on 9.
Pass the turn.
In your end step, I'll use my Arcane Signet. I'll pay 1 black, discard a Knights of Dol Amroth to put Kami of Jealous Thirst in my hand. I have a trick. 1 trick. I'll draw for turn. That's draw number 1. We're going to retrace Una's Grace, discarding an island. Draw a card. I think I am just going to play Horrid Shadow Spinner.
Some life bank.
Here's some lightning, and I will pass the turn there.
Oh, okay, that kind of works. I think. I'm going to play Escape Tunnel. I'm going to sacrifice Escape Tunnel. So Grey Merchant of Asphodel can't be blocked this turn. I'll go to combat. Low Subordinate will trigger, you lose 3 life.
Yeah, I go to 1.
And then I'll attack with Grey Merchant. Can't be blocked because he's going through the Escape Tunnel.
GG.
Oh, GG!
Yeah.
Yeah, that,
The most I had was a backup plan, pitch Kitchen Imp to get something back and cast it.